can't teach you what I don't know, folks. Hey folks, Prepper Princess. One of the best things about this channel is that down in the comment section, everybody has a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information when it comes to money savings. And just as much as you all learn from me, I learn from you too. I've learned so much just in the comment section of my videos. A lot of people write requests in the comment section, and some people do end up emailing me privately or personally because they're upset that I did not make a video about the subject that they requested. Let me explain. Morning coffee. This is my favorite mug. This is just, it reminds me of like an old diner on a long road trip. It makes me very, very happy. It's the little things in life that make us happy, folks. But just as an example, had someone request information on finding cheap healthcare when you live with a debilitating disease or disability. I apologize, and I'm not trying to say this in any type of rude way, and I'm not putting anybody down, but I don't have a debilitating disease or a debilitating disability, so I don't know how to save money on that. I've never taken a prescription in my life. I don't even take aspirin, no vitamins, no supplements. I work out regularly, at least 5 or 6 days a week. I have had all of my doctor's checkups, and I am as healthy as you can be. So someone in my situation, I'm not going to have that type of information. When people ask me about the healthcare I have Colonial Healthcare. And the only reason I even found that is because I moved to Arizona from California, where I 100% of the time had I had medical insurance through my job. And it's sort of like, it just takes the thinking off of the table for you. So I always had it through my job, and I paid a portion of that, which is about $200 a month, and my job paid the rest. So it was automatically deducted from my paycheck, so it was super easy. Here, the jobs don't provide health care. They're not, there's not really any full-time work, and you're gonna be paying out of pocket, so. And when they do provide healthcare, it may not be the choice that you want. So I just did a Google search, I made a phone call, and I got health insurance. That's all I did. That's all I did. Just type in whatever state you live in, do a Google search, cheap healthcare in, and then put your state. And usually there's an 800 number you can call. And what they do is they will have 20 different healthcare options available, and you tell them what it is that you're looking for, like do you want minor coverage, major coverage, what kind of deductible, what kind of premium, what's your budget, and they will find something that fits what you're looking for. That's all I can tell you. I can tell you to stay healthy, stay active. That is the key to longevity. Per my grandmother, who is 95, is to keep moving, stay active, walk. Don't sit, walk, exercise, that type of thing. If you're in a wheelchair or you're disabled, there are plenty of workouts free on YouTube or other apps that you can get on a Roku box that you can do in a wheelchair. So there is no excuse. Just get in shape and eat healthy. I had another one ask a question about if you're on a low income, how do you get a bank loan? I have no experience in loans, home mortgage loans. I have no experience whatsoever. As you know, I live a debt-free life, 100% debt-free. No mortgage, no credit cards, no student loans, no car loans, nothing. When I inherited my mother's house, I just wrote them a check and paid off the mortgage. That was before transferring the name into my name. and we did the name transfer, and then the mortgage went into my name, and I just paid it off, one big check. I had been saving my money. This house I purchased before the sale of my old house, and I paid for it in cash. It was a what's the word? Cash purchase, no inspections, and I had the keys in 2 weeks. There was one point where I was looking at a foreclosure. It was $111,000, and I had $104,000. So I was $7,000 short, and I called every bank that I could find. Nobody would give me a loan for $7,000 because it was going to be my primary residence, and I had no job in Arizona. YouTube, despite what people think, us creators don't really make that much money, and banks will not accept YouTube as a steady income. They don't consider it to be a real job. So I was not able to get that house because I was not able to get a loan. So this was my choice, was this house. Or I could have moved here and tried. I wasn't able to find any apartments that would take Rocky because he weighs 62 pounds, and the only apartments I could find would only accept a dog that was 40 pounds or less. So my only option, and there were no rentals, house rentals that would accept Rocky, because he's a boxer bulldog mix. They consider him to be a bully breed, and they would not accept it. So this was my only option. This is what I was given, and I did what I could with what I had. So I'm not able to provide information on getting loans because I believe in living debt free, and I wasn't able to get a loan. And I will be the first one to tell you when I don't know something. I have no problem telling people I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. And even though I talk about money saving, which is my specialty, I talk about reducing expenses, right? Increase your income. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I can tell you that right now. People often talk to me about stocks and what should I invest in. Now, when it comes to stocks, it's not just there's so much information in stocks. The majority of my money, I didn't know what to do with it. So I called in, I went to the Dave Ramsey website, and I found his list of financial advisors in my area. And I talked to 4 of them, and I finally found one that I jived with, that I liked. I liked him, he liked me, and I understood everything he was saying. So a lot of my money is with Way Financial, and it is a tactical investment portfolio. So essentially, if the market drops 50%, I'm pretty much going to drop 10%. But if the market goes up 50%, mine's only going to go up 25%. So it's tactical investments. I also do my own investing on Charles Schwab, but the majority of my investments are just market index funds. It's just like what Dave Ramsey talks about. So the majority of my money is in the S&P 500, and I've averaged between 8 and 12% returns over the last however many years. So, and that's even what Warren Buffett says. He says, stick it in one of those accounts, an index fund, the Dow Jones, S&P, whatever, and just leave it there. And that's how you accumulate wealth. So I have a philosophy of I do what rich people do, or I do what rich people tell me to do. And so that's what I do. I have made a couple of investments in a few different companies, and every single one of them was extremely successful. But that's not for everyone. You should not invest in something unless you know it 100%. And I'm not the type of person to give that type of advice because I don't know everything about it. I know everything about reducing your expenses, how to do things for free, gardening, I guess, solar, preparing for the apocalypse and SHTF, and I know boomsticks, but I'm not allowed to talk about them. But I can't teach you what I don't know, and or that I'm not completely proficient with, because I don't want to be responsible for somebody making a mistake and then me being held accountable for it. I mean, I just don't want you to make mistakes. So this is just, I guess this is just a video that, yes, I really do know what I'm talking about when it comes to saving money, but when it comes to medical insurance, investments, disabilities, I'm sorry, I can't help you because I don't know. I don't have all the answers, and I'm sorry. But, you know, do your due diligence, do as much research as you can based on the disability or disease that you have, and do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
Ability to soil.
My sweet boy.
That I
Are you cuddly?
shared how freaked out
Are
I
you
was
in a
about
cuddly
the
mood?
situation back home.
Yeah.
Depleting our groundwater, killing our rivers, everything else. I said, look, I don't want to be part of the problem.
I love
so I'm
you.
thinking of going somewhere else. Can you give
I
me some
love
ideas
you.
some help on what I should think about? And he just said, you got to go back home. And he said, you got to go back home. You got to figure out how to solve that. Because if you don't, you're just going to be running from your problems.
Oh,
Everywhere you go,
sweet
you're just going to be
boy.
planting
Oh,
problems
sweet
and growing
boy.
more problems.
Yes.
So figure it out. And then
Yes.
go wherever you
My
want
sweet
because you'll have the
doggy.
ability to figure things out.
My sweet boy.
For whatever reason,
Hi.
that was just exactly what
Here.
I was
It's nice to
ready
see you.
for. And
It's nice to
okay,
see you,
yeah,
sweet
that's what I'm
boy.
gonna do. So I came back home wanting to be a Mr. Peary or of this place. And the challenge is you got to figure out what's